Alright, y'all, we are back. It's actually the next night, Mercury retrograde. It is Halloween. It is full moon. We've uploaded like 4 videos today. We're still going. More uploading as we speak. And we're finishing out this reading for November. We're going to have hopefully another November set of videos, but this is the pick a card style one, okay? So, yes, with Aquarius or Sagittarius or whoever this partner is, Aries types, they're going to evolve. This person is going to teach you about boundaries. They're going to be very fierce, okay? And their third eye is super popping, even when they make bad decisions. They know, like, yes, they know it's a bad decision, but they also feel like, what if something amazing comes from me making this bad decision? And I think they get so used to the spirit world offering them these wonderful, like ecstatic, I don't know, I would say like ecclesiastical or something, experiences when they have made mistakes, that they tend to just keep an open minds, maybe overly connecting to their crown chakra, their third eye, right? Super in the full movement. It's a movement moment that they have there. Enjoy your extraordinary uniqueness, okay? The little guardian that they got here is Paradox. Paradox is a convergence of opposites, okay? A magician that turns everything on its head, travels the galaxy with best friends, free will, and destiny, okay? No one knows where one begins and the other ends. He sees the good and the evil and the good, and within every blessing there's a tragedy. So this person likes to play devil's advocate. They feel like, hey, if something tragic happens, you know, if I do happen to crash this car, I bet I'll have a cool story about walking away from it. You know, it's just this kind of energy going on. So I feel like for y'all, this can be you. This can be a person coming into your life, and if you try to own them, claim them, shrink them down small, it's not going to work. Okay, that's not what the universe wants with this person. It's not what they are meant to do. They are meant to be free and wild. They could have a Sagittarius, Aquarius, or Aries North Node, or have their North Node in the 9th, 11th, or 1st house. They could also have like Uranus or Sagittarius very strong on their North Node. And so, yeah, it's just what it is. So I feel like for you guys, you're going to be embodying a lot of this energy. Again, there is Pisces here too. Pisces usually have sacrificed a lot in past lifetimes, so they can, you know, if we want to, we can get away with a little more this lifetime. Pisces moons, ooh, they can be less scandalous. They really can be using up that good karma from past lives, okay? And so it could be North Node, or actually even more rather South Node in Pisces that might be, you know, exploring themselves and just feeling like, no, I do what I want, okay? You guys could be feeling this energy. We also have the Cider, revelry, and indulgence, okay? So whether this is you or a partner, it's like, have fun. This is not, again, the universe is not going to, if you say, oh, I try to make them like be faithful to only me, and like catch them in a little box and pull off their little wings, and hey everyone, isn't this so mean that this person will just stay at home and love me because I say that we're twin flame and blah blah blah, and the universe is not going to listen to you. It's going to be like, you wrong, like, let them go. Why did you catch them? That's weird. Right? You could try to do magic on this person, it doesn't work, or you are embodying this energy yourself. People are trying to catch you up, they're trying to trap you. Again, this can be the wild side of Taurus too, that people don't often see, but we have Uranus expanding the energy of Taurus. We just had the full moon in Taurus, so Black Moon Lilith is in Taurus right now when I'm recording this. So, and revelry and indulgence. So have some fun and indulgence, but watch out, don't get too much drinky drink, smoky smoke, you know, kind of stuff. Your calendar card says, I'm sorry if I already read this, guys, because I started this yesterday, so if I'm repeating anything, maybe you need to hear twice. The day Toth and his spirits go forth. Any ritual performed today will go well. So yeah, I mean, shoot, get your little pan pipe out here, dance around. Okay, get your incense and stuff, and put your boundaries. Don't let people within your ceremonies who don't believe you, who see little in you. And I also feel like it's time for you guys not to save people this month, okay? You just don't need to save people who don't get it. It's great that you let people kind of be voyeurs and be along for the ride. If they see something from your example and they understand that in your wildness is wokeness, that is great. But yeah, snail, you want to make sure you're not being slowed down by others at this time, okay? And again, if you're the one who's been on the sidelines, take the examples of the free people you see around you and try not to shrink them, and use it to encourage yourself to get outside of boundaries that aren't serving you, and experience something different. So the first week of November, let's see what we have for November 2020. My calendar helps me look at the calendar. Okay. First week of November, Ace of Cups. See, so this is a good love offer. You're like, I don't know. I ain't trying to be out here doing all this rock star lifestyle and dealing with someone like that. It's good though. It's good. Try to accept this connection. If you go with open energy too, if you've been interested in Aquarius, a Pisces, or a fire sign, or a wild Taurus, if you do happen to know a wild Taurus, if you go open like this, it will completely come together. It will completely come together, be harmonious. It'll be a meeting of heart chakra and third eye. But you have to go with allowing them their freedom, right? You're meeting them at the ocean. You're not meeting them in a cage, in a box, okay? So that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing for the first week. I feel like you're going to feel very emotional. I do feel like some of you that will be on your menstrual will be very heavy. We do have, during the first week of November, we're just coming out of a full moon. We've had some changing of planets. Mercury will be stationing direct in Libra. We have strong Venus energy, so it makes sense, right? A lot of stuff in Libra, as we've been discussing in this video, or signs that are ruled by Libra. So I feel like it's going to be very strong, but your wants and your desires are like, come on, let's just be freaking free. We don't want to swim around like a beta fish in this little chalice either. We want to waterfall out of this shit and join this big collective love pool, okay? That's why we keep calling these free type of people to ourselves, and that's something the collective just can't seem to get. Like, we're very stuck in corrosive Libran energy, Libra rule society, and we haven't quite broken that up right now, which is why we have huge problems with like race and politics and like diplomacy and legalities and all this stuff that just massacres our spirits, our love, our growth, right? It's a contorted version of Venus and Libran energy. So they're like, why are you still stuck? You're saying you're woke. Why are you still stuck in this bubble that unless you can own someone and they can have to be only just a little tear of your soul, and unless you can condemn everyone else in their life, like, you can't love them. They're not lovable, or they're stupid, they're not enlightened, or or you're whack and you're rejected. They're like, whew, like, can we get outside of this fake little chalice that's been a prison and let your love come out? This chalice only has any worth because your soul and your love is in it, okay? We've been overly attached to this chalice and being like, oh, holy grail or whatever programming, right? And it's like, no, your soul, your love, that was the juice. That was the thing that made it sacred in the first place. So how about we get back to that and connecting in a real way with others and let others be free too? Shoot. Okay? So this person's going to teach you that. We have, in the second week, we have temperance reverse. So yeah, if you guys, and some of you do have some cultural issues, you have some racial issues, still you have gender issues, okay? There's some phobics, okay? Or ists, whether it's racist, colorists, genderists, I don't know if that's all right, that kind of thing going on. This could be internalized towards yourself, or it can be projected on others. It's going to be coming up the second week of November, which is starting on Sunday the 8th. So you need to unpack that, okay? And the thing is, if we're woke, we're always going to stay open. We're going to stay open-hearted no matter what. We're always going to be like, I can always learn more. Shoot, I can always learn to be more loving, right? So I don't need to be all hoity-toity. Like, we can be programmed against ourselves. We are by this matrix, right? How hurtful is that? Like, shoot, that will break your heart to be like, dang, I'm sitting here thinking that my own body type ain't beautiful, or my own way of loving isn't acceptable, things like that. So, this could be externalized to others, okay? Or you might have to confront somebody who's being very harmful. They could be being harmful to LGBTQ plus fam, They could be being harmful to migrant peoples, peoples who are foreign, things of that nature. Oh, this is right. This is going to be right after the election, okay? So keep an even kill. Come to the aid of, others. Band together in a good way with others. This can be something that's very draining, but it's like if you're not picking a side, you're allowing, basically this is alchemy, right? You're doing alchemy. And if you just stop the process and you just let the filth that was in the metal just burn and catch everything on fire and explode, like you're responsible for that, right? They're saying you want all this big spiritual energy, being very woke, then okay, let's go hands on. We don't need this negative side of Sagittarius anymore. This not our president that's been in charge has had moon, okay, in Sagittarius opposing Sun in Gemini, literally showing us the axis of bigotry, racism, appropriation, all these kind of things, right? So you're gonna have this disharmony that comes up, and you're probably gonna be like, oh, I'm so mad, I don't want to have disharmony. And the universe is like, then fix it. Your guides are putting it on you. No, don't come to us about it. Say something about it for once. Why do you let them treat your gay friend like that? Why don't you include transgender people? Okay? Why do you act funny if someone speaks a different language around you? Why are you ashamed to be who you are? Okay? So it's all for healing, but it's going to be pointing it out. And again, it could be revealing people around you who are not safe and, around free-minded, just free peoples, okay? Peoples who are reclaimed. All right, for the third week of November, starting on Sunday the 15th, we have Two of Wands, free will. This whole thing, we have Aries energy again. The universe is not playing with you. I feel like this is going to go throughout the rest of this year. They're saying, you say you want to be free, help us. You say you're here for collective, this and that, spiritual, the whoop-de-woo, help us. You got the High Priestess in Judgment here. Your soul is not playing being exactly where you are right now. And they're saying you slept a little bit, okay? We want you to actually have fun. We want you to have love. We want you to break out of this programming. Be open-minded, okay? Get to know other people. Some of you have like a South Node in Gemini, okay? So you haven't done that before in a lot of lifetimes. Most of your lifetimes you've lived in exactly the same place, exactly the same mind frames, even had very, depending on the lifetimes, very integrated, like married your cousins and stuff like that. Just did not go outside the box, outside the neighborhood, outside the territory for like eons, many lifetimes. So you could have some South nodes like that, or like in Taurus, or something of that nature. So this is like, come on now. Let's go. Break out of that. There's a whole world out here. Your free will is important, okay? For those of you who don't take part in the discussions that are happening, if you're not standing up for others, I feel like it's gonna be weighing on you. You're like, dang, like, why don't I do something? I'm freaking over here powerful AF, all right? Like, why haven't I been using my free will? Like, you're just gonna be getting annoyed with yourself. Like, damn, like, come on, me, come on, let's go. Like, shoot, I'm powerful, right? You might have a lot of puppy yourself up talks, okay? Because you're gonna be like, I can kick open this door, right? This is Aries energy. I just feel you guys getting so hype. I think you guys can get super, super hyped by Sagittarius season, because you're already feeling that kind of energy, all right? Going Sag season, then once we hit into, like, when we get the Aquarius transits going throughout Capricorn season, and then Aquarius season, you guys are just gonna get more and more. By the time Aries season hits, you're just gonna be, in these streets, all right? If you aren't already. So yes, making your choices, commanding your path, letting yourself be bold is going to really come into play the third week of November, okay? And there's going to be a lot of options where it's like, no, you make the choice. Which way are you going to turn? Which house are you going to buy? Right? How are you going to use your voice? How are you going to take action? Right? Action. That's what's being screamed at you here on the third week of November. All right, when we look at the fourth week of November, Nine of Pentacles. Okay, there's some money. Yeah, I'm just playing. But yes, there could be some finances coming in, some security. You're going to realize how solid you are. It's like all this is coming through like whoosh, and it pushes at your solar plexus, at your root chakra, and then you just don't even move. You're just still standing there strong. And the fourth week of November, you're just saying, what? Look at me. Man, I'm a badass. I'm a badass. Like, I feel like throughout November, you're going to be like, why have I doubted myself? Why have I played it small? Why have I not trusted my own decisions for what I want and do what the hell I want in my life? All right. And so you're gonna understand more and more, even if you're frustrated with them, all these fiery wild type people that are around you, or watery or airy, whatever, however their kind of seemingly chaotic energy is. You're gonna get it, because you're like, man, when you break through all of that and you go through this layers of emotions and denial, and then, oh, heartbreak, have to step up, dang, now I gotta claim my power, and then you're like, whoa, this is how I build my own nest. Like, this is how I feel about myself when I'm not listening to all that BS programming? What? Okay, I can make my own money coming in. I can be stable. I can be secure. It's a whole new look. So you're going to become very self-reliant around the 4th week of November. And it's just going to be something that's such a blessing to you, and I feel like it will be something that's a blessing to others. If you've been waiting for promotion or things to take off with your personal business, if you're like an entrepreneur, or you've just been waiting to maybe to hear back from work, you could be going back to work after everything that's happened with the pandemic and stuff. It could be rocky the first few weeks of November, and then towards the end of November, especially the week that we're going to be heading into Sagittarius season. Yes, I feel like Sag season so far looks like it's going to be good to you. We're kind of gearing up to that. Yeah, things that are undone here, Judgment reverse, Pluto, Scorpio card during Scorpio season are going to come to fruition in Sagittarius season. So you'll be going in like boom, everything flourishing, especially if you're a Pisces or Virgo or Leo, and those are signs that can be beneficial to you too and supporting you in your work. But yeah, you could get the call back like, okay, we're back up open for business or something from your job. All right, for the 5th week, there are 5 weeks in November. There's two days, Sunday and Monday, 29th and 30th. We have the Magician reverse. So their advice is don't forget what you've learned. Okay, you can have something try to rock your boat, because now that you've got this power, the Nine of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, you're going to be like, shoot, I can really change things. Like, I don't have to stay. Look what cards we have, the themes, Gemini and Sagittarius. So I always talk about that axis, because that's what's going on collectively right now. Like, let me get out of my closed-mindedness. Let me understand and believe I can change the collective. Let me deprogram in ways that are violent or hurtful to the rest of the collective, and let us harmonize together and make something fucking amazing. Take back this realm, okay? Take back this world. Take back my life, okay? Let you take back your life. And that's 2020, okay? Has been shaking us up. So you could get a little bit discouraged those last few days for some reason. There could be some information that comes in. It could be that because you're feeling so good, you might not get that presto instant, like, oh, the $10,000 I was manifesting. So that's what I feel. I feel like it's something that in the long scheme of things is kind of small, but you just feel discouraged because, fiery energy, Aries, Aquarius, Sag and stuff, they want to see quick results. This is a Gemini card, so try to be patient with yourself. If you realize, oh man, I did something wrong in my ritual, I'm just trying to learn, or shoot, I still feel like I'm in Mercury retrograde a little bit. What's going on? Okay, because we could be, let's see, I would have to check the exact dates, but you could still be a little bit off on energy until Mercury, which stations direct on November 3rd, comes out of its shadow period, meaning it travels all the way back through where it retrograded and starts going forward in its sign again, that it originally was in before it backed up. So it was in Scorpio. So there could be some things that you implemented during Mercury retrograde that will kind of fall apart at the end of November. But I wouldn't worry about it, because I feel like you made that with your small mind, your worried mind, your stress mind. And now you did all of this work, and you're going to, like, we're going into Sagittarius season. You kind of don't need these Geminian thoughts, right? This indecisive, nervous energy. So just remember that. Sometimes we're like, dang. And I know what that feels like. If you're like, man, I was manifesting for that one apartment or that one thing. So you'll be like, okay, I got this job or whatever, this blessing was coming in with career and stuff and health, and now I need a new home, a location by there. I need transportation. So your immediate first thing might be a little no at the beginning of the week here, but then it's going to be all right. There's going to be something else that comes in, and they're going to say no, because remember, your energy was a little off when you were manifesting some of those things, and we have a better option for you. So you might feel that energy just when we drop a ceremony, when something our mind's been focused on, when we don't get it, it feels like this huge, like a sadness, right? This energy drops from us. let that energy go. Know that you still have all these other opportunities. The year is not over yet, okay? And there will be better information that you'll get coming in that will help you manifest a better situation, okay? Because you're going to be in a very solid place here. All right, so that is what I'm seeing for you, group 3. Yeah, I hope you have a wonderful November. I hope this was helpful for you. I'm going to go ahead and get to this last one here, and we'll have more videos out. Please go ahead, watch them through, come back at different times. If you need to pick a different pile, if your energy shifts, it's totally possible to get into a different vibe later in the month, because I feel like we're always different leaving a reading than we are coming into a reading, because we're like, okay, noted, noted, noted. Let me switch that up in my energy. Let me come, okay, I got you, right? So we take that information in. So it is possible to shift some of these things, and that is what you are absolutely learning here. Is, wait a minute, why ain't I being a magical badass like I am with this free will I got? Okay, bam. And you have the high priestess, magician, and temperance. What? And judgment. Spirit world, try not to put judgment on things and let you figure things out, honey. All right, so I will talk to you later on another one. All right, option 4. Now I am recording this option 4. Excuse me as I get these cards together. I'm recording this the next day, so I don't remember, even though I just looked at your video a whole bunch of times to try to get back into it, which crystal you were. But I know you were the last one, number 4, okay? So we're going to do number 4. I have your pile here. It's the same pile. All right, how you doing? November, we're actually just after the full moon. It's Halloween right now. Yes. Okay, so if you chose option 4, let's see what November's going to look like. We're going to go through Oracle and different cards first. Then we'll pull a live Oracle, and we'll do live tarot for each, a card for each week in November. Okay, so what do I want to start with? Okay, you have Dark Rebel. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark. This is one of the cards from my deck that I made, my collage deck. From darkness comes light, okay? And we have the symbol of Scorpio here. So there can be where you are claiming your spot. This is the Phoenix here. And this is Misty Copeland, okay, who was one of the first Black principal ballerinas. I think the first, right? So that to take the major stage there. And so she is here, repping here as the Phoenix, which is so beautiful. So you guys can have major glow up energy, especially during Scorpio season. Scorpio season is not done with you. We also have Nirvana here. We have this beautiful fish swimming up these cliffs and stars. Very Pisces energy. So Pisces, Scorpio, you guys could have in your chart, or Pisces and Scorpio could be very important to you at this time. Also, anyone who has strong Pluto or 8th house placements, Neptune or 12th house placements. We have the morning stars. So you just have this energy of blessings, of finding home, like all these stars, of finding like your own sacred healing time, of I don't know, I feel like coming back into balance with yourself as the seasons have changed, as you've gone through different zodiac signs and transits and stuff. I think that maybe your sleep habits have changed a little bit, or you just felt kind of out of sorts with yourself, almost like when you split the image on a video and there's like 3 outlines of the person. I feel like that's how you guys have been feeling, and you just want to bring it in cohesive with each other. And so I feel like you're finding yourself, okay? One of yourselves is dancing over here in the ethers. One of yourselves is over here swimming in the ethers. One of yourselves is under the blanket trying to be cozy. Okay, there could be some Cancer energy as well. And you're going to be able to pull it all together. I knew you guys felt cozy. New baby, birth, okay? So there could be some actual children. We do have fertility for sure happening here. It reminds me of people who make some people make for like newlywed couples and stuff, they'll make them fertility blankets. And they'll be like, don't touch it, it's a fertility blanket, it really works. So there's this energy here where you guys are very fertile, so take heed, okay? New beginnings are on offer. A great time to welcome and accept opportunities and new ideas that you know you can bring to life yourself, okay? Give birth to new opportunities. Jump into it, okay? It might be something that not everybody gets. This could be being way ahead of the curve, or way deep in your own truth before anyone can even imagine that you would be able to do that, right? Because people just be so stank with their opinion. But you're seeing these signs, you're feeling this protection from your spirit crew and your ancestors, and you're like, I know I got deep, raw talent. I know I can make this move. I know I can manifest this situation. And you're feeling it when other people can't even see it without an ultrasound, okay? They don't know. Honor and good luck, the Griffin. There can be Leos around you at this time. Leos who are super, super, super supportive. So far we have water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have Aquarius, and we have Leo. All right, so yeah, Leos seem like they're very affectionate to this group right now. That doesn't mean that they're acting 100, because we do have the Sun card reversed. You know what, this theme with Taurus and Leos, okay, I feel like Taurus and Leos have been trying to quit each other and leave like toxic situations for like the past few years. They're kind of off and on like over the last decade, I feel. And right now we have Eros in Leo and Black Moon Lilith in Taurus, so it's kind of bringing that energy back around. I don't feel like it's the healthiest connection, and I think that Leos, you feel better moving away from that connection. Taurus, it looks like you do as well, okay? There could be Pisces or Scorpio placements, or even Aquarius, who is better option for either of you. There could also be I think this is kind of on the side too, that could have been back and forth, and then on the side someone had a relationship with a Libra. There's a lot there. We have forgive. We talk about this word a lot here. It's not because I hate forgiveness. I'm literally one of the most forgiving people I know. People get on me all the time for forgiving people, and that's why I know that how we use this word can be dangerous or empowering, and it's important we don't use it inaccurately. So this is not saying eat someone's karma, okay, which is usually what people mean when they say forgive them because you have more knowledge and da 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 da. Erase their record, just let them go away and be free. This, I'm not telling you that. That's not what I mean with this. There could be someone who was loving, or you can get where they're coming from. You're like, man, we was both messed up in that relationship, like frick, you know, let's just call it, let's split the difference, okay? There can also be where you have to forgive yourself in a situation. And I do feel like giving the amount of resolution that you can to people. So if there has been something, you know, I do think for some of you there could have been some bullying situations, there could have been some violence that happened. So this is not saying, oh, eat all the karma and just say they're actually a perfect soul and just, oh, that's fine. No, I'm not telling you that. I'm not going to give you that BS. You actually need to not do that. Let their spirit we have the karma sign, and we have the collective soul. Let their spirit get what it needs to get so it can learn like a new little baby before it has to incarnate it down here again and act up again and hurt more people, okay? Let them get that, but let yourself be removed for the situation, and you know, forgive the circumstances for having to be in your life, okay? Release that. Let the universe deal with that person, and I feel like that's healthier for you now. There's a detangling in the physical world that needs to happen, okay? And like, give it to the ethers at this time. That doesn't mean, again, that you don't take empowerment and say, okay, court of cosmic justice, however you do that, here, right? And maintain your innocence in that situation. So whatever you need to do is like, just do it up front and be real with it spiritually. Don't try to pretend like, oh, I'm just gonna forgive because I'm just this floating little la la la, and then you're like, no, because I'm actually betraying myself. I'm actually like, this person should be held accountable. They did some, you know, horrible, you know, violent things that need to be addressed, right? So yeah, I feel like we've been unpacking this word on this channel, so I feel like forgive yourself, forgive where there can actually be harmony, and we just want to have attitudes, and we just want to keep misunderstanding that person, even if that, you know, we were younger and they were horrible and they did choose someone else and blah blah blah. There are a lot of situations we can be understanding and forgive. For that darker shit, it's time to deal with it, whether it's you guys have to take it, take it to a legal level or whatever it is. Like somebody shouldn't be in the community and on the streets, or whether it is that that person's already in the spirit world and you're still dealing with the pain of something happened when you're younger. This is the time to release yourself from it, okay? All right, let me move on. I'll keep talking about that. We have silent skill. This is your doorway for November. It says, I challenge you to unpack your mind. In meditation's grace, the soul can unwind. Breathe in, breathe out, let go of doubt. I feel like this attachment to this pain or this disappointment that's happened before, this not being chosen, or, like I said, some rougher things that we've touched on here, can make it so that you don't hear your own inner voice, you don't listen to yourself, and let's say you haven't, let's make it past tense, okay? And it's caused you some doubts. So here we're letting yourself rebirth, and we're letting go of that. Some of you are going into really beautiful, deep soul connection and relationships, and you're nervous about that because you're like, shit, man, I just finally, admitted to myself how effed up my childhood was. Like, I just finally let my subconscious, my psychological self, like, unpack some shit. And now this person's here and they want, like, come on, let's go. Are we gonna have this day-to-day connection? Like, are we gonna heal and like be like soulmates and stuff? And I'm over here like, man, I just got, jerked all the way back to early days, and I'm trying to figure out how to rebirth myself, reparent myself, hurry up and do this whole entire catch up because I'm still having to be an adult, okay? So this person could be going through more than you think. They could just, their cycle and their growth could just be not behind, I don't even want to say behind, but just different than yours this lifetime. Like Q Willow Smith, not negative, just different, okay? Her song 9 was SZA, check that out. But yeah, so I feel like you guys are either going to be able to understand that and grow separately, or again, just forgive the difference and allow each other to be free and figure out your own paths, because the healing is the most important thing. And real soulmates, we have soulmate signs here, Scorpio and Pisces, they get that and they truly love each other and they let each other go and heal, okay? We also have the Emperor here. So yes, there could be someone that's kind of very egoic here. Again, this could be a baby parent for some of you. This could be an Aries. It could be someone masculine identified. This could be somebody who had power over you in some way. It could be a father figure, authority figure, where they live in your energy, in your mind. And this is the month you're going to let that go. All right. For some of you, I'm getting this is somebody who was over you when you were incarcerated, or you were taken into like juvie, or you were taken from your parents in some way. I'm so sorry. I just felt that very strongly. Maybe you were put into foster care, or something else in transit, trying to immigrate, or as a refugee, or I feel like there's a lot here. There's a lot here to unpack, and I know people have stories like that on the channel because some of you have shared, okay? And so this is saying this person, they don't deserve this place of the Emperor in your energy field. It's time to rebel, to take that center stage that no one ever thought you would get a foot in the door, to let yourself have peace, to have oneness with knowing, yes, this universe does love me. I am meant to, like, I'm good, like, I'm goodness. I am goodness, and I don't have to continue to heal everyone's darkness. I don't even want to say the word darkness like that because it's been it's colorism in our language, but let's just call it what it is. I don't have to hold everyone's evil. Okay, that's better. That's what we should say. I don't have to hold everybody's karma, right? So that's why we said there's a difference, why we're breaking down the word forgive. We can release the situation. We can forgive that we had to go through that. We can forgive different parameters that it came up, but it is still okay to say, you know what, this person needs to be held accountable. I do feel like during the Scorpio season, some of you are going to go back and report somebody. My stomach is like, some of you are going to go back and report somebody who was dangerous to you in school or when you were younger. And it could be anonymous, okay? But you're going to say, that's it. That's enough. I've been afraid, or I blocked it out so that I forgot. And now I'm remembering how you were inappropriate with me, or you harmed me. And I'm done. I'm done, okay? So this, you never know what's going to come up in a reading. But I do feel like some people need to hear this, and you are so empowered to do so. You are protected so lovingly by your ancestors. You have good luck and honor. I think some of you need to understand that though you're different and you resonate with all this stuff that's said to be dark, right? Some of you have Scorpio energy, and people just like put all that negativity in you, and you just grew up so confused because you thought you're the bad one, you're the one to be guilty, you're the one, like it's your fault, right? That happens a lot with Pisces and Scorpio. Okay, and you are saying no more. I'm not gonna just have to, Taurus and Leo are both sides. Oh, just keep trucking, just keep staying, in a good energy, or just pretend it doesn't phase you. Just do your day to day, and pretend that that it's never happened, right? And so you guys are gonna be saying enough. I'm gonna stand up because there's new children coming in, and nobody's gonna hurt them. This world will not be the way it was, what I went through. So you have silent skills that you're going to be opening up. Some of you are going to become teachers, or you're going to take positions of power that you've deserved. Okay, it could be platforms. Okay, it could be something in legalities. And it could be, heading to the front of a line and saying, that's it, let's go. Let's be the bull in the china shop. Let's tear this down. Let's start something new because we deserve better. Okay? Your souls are just on fire. This is worth waiting for. All right? So if this sounds like the person that you are connecting with, some of this, it says this person is worth waiting for. They have a lot to work through, and they're trying to do it as authentically and genuinely as they can, but no one can rush this and another person trying to heal. It's literally their soul's destiny and their path. Like, what more can they do? They're trying. Okay, so some of you will decide that you're going to just give this person space. Maybe you'll come back around to them if it's not the healthiest to be close at this time. There's that energy of distance, of trusting that your spirits will connect. And some of you are going to realize that you're worth waiting for, and you're not going to push yourself before you're ready for your soul partner. You're not going to push yourself into events or into discussing things that have happened to you, or into having kids yet. You're going to say, no, I'm okay with having kids later because I need more time for myself. I need to nurture myself. I need to take care of myself. And that's all right. I don't have to feel pressure from what everyone else is doing. Okay. It could even be with like getting animals, or getting your own house, or starting your own business. You might know this group could have, some of you could have Venus in the 11th house, or Sun in the 11th house. 11th house is hope, fulfillment, wishes, fulfillment for the benefic planets, like the Sun and Venus and Jupiter, but it usually comes a little later in life. And you guys went through so much, a lot of you, when you were very young, that you needed that time to get yourself together, right? So instead of being like, well, let me go through the breakdowns and the betrayal and stuff in front of the world as like a child star or something, you went through all that behind the scenes, okay, really down in the gutter of life. And now later you're going to bloom, okay, you're going to have your phoenix moment. And a lot of this is coming up during November. We have playfulness, but still that you have that childlike spirit. It's astonishing. As you're growing into this powerful person, you never lost that. Sometimes you could be a little crouchety because you're so protective of that inner child that you're just like humbug, right? Humbug. But really, you're just super protective. There's a lot of Leo energy in this. You could be very, very, very protective of children, which is wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel a joy. I feel a peace after you stand up to these things, as you claim your space, as you are a co-creator in this world. You're just going to feel so good, okay? Let's see, we're really taking a while on this. Let me hurry up. Not hurry rush the reading, but people are like, come on now. Vision. So your cat that you have here, your guide is Stargazer. So again, that blending of Leo and Aquarius energy. Some of you have Leo planets in your 11th house, or like we said, the Sun, or you have Aquarius placements and planets in your 5th house, okay? Okay, it says, with your head in the clouds, the view is better up there. We had that over here. Okay. She can see beyond small increments of time to the vastness of years, decades, and even eternity. Take a step back and see your life through stargazer's eyes. What visions do you have for yourself? They might appear fuzzy or absent if you are afraid of the actions they are asking you to take. Acknowledge those fears. Then ask them to step aside like parting clouds until you are able to truly see. Let your visions be a beacon calling you forth. And let's see, we have 2 calendar cards here from this oracle. The day Osiris is conducted in his ship to Abydos, avoid any wind today. That was in another group as well. And then you have the day Capri goes forth and he hears the words of his followers. Every town is joyous. So you guys also need to take care with drafts, cold air. Make sure you have the right, humidifier to dryness kind of ratios. Don't sit there in the wind. Don't be running around without your mask on, your chest uncovered, your throat exposed. You're very sensitive to that. We do have a Taurus, a bull reverse, and Taurus rules the chest and throat. And I always get on them about that. There's even like a scarf here. I know it's dark. Hopefully I can light it in editing, but if I can't, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is to watch the wind. But also here we have this is so beautiful. You going forth and you hear the words, the feedback from your followers, and the town is joyous. We have playful, honor, and good luck. So what you're bringing forward, what you're going to share with others is something that is such good medicine. There's people who are just waiting for you to get what you deserve, to thrive, to be happy, oh my gosh, people who just truly adore you, really adore you and want you to succeed. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh my gosh, yes, and you got, y'all, my heart. Okay, you got Zora Neale Hurston and Story. Some of you, it is just, if you pick this, it's time for you to share your story. Okay, like I said, you might get, start pacing yourself for it, but we have over here these people still trying to watch from the past. Okay, people you cut out, they're still like, ooh, let me see what's going on in your life. We have all of the tough stuff that you've conquered, and we have this beautiful, again, very fertile, y'all are very fertile, this rabbit here. Okay, so you want to be intimate, you want to be playful, you want to be sensual, you want to procreate at the time that is right for you. Okay, and you're ready to lay all of this stuff to rest down here. All right. Story. I love it. I love Zora Neale Hurston so much. Okay. And let's see now your timing, your tarot cards for each day of the week. We're going to do 1 card for each week. There's 5 weeks in November. Well, one of them is like 2 days, but still. Okay. Option 4 for November 2020, week 1, starting Sunday the 1st. What do we have? 9 of Cups. I love it. You guys are gonna be feeling good. They look like they just stepped out of like an outdoor shower that's all fancy or something. I love the some of you are artists. You might do graffiti and murals and paintings and all of this kind of stuff. Yes, some of you could be getting your own space, like your own home, or having like a suite if you are having roommates, and just claiming your space. You could be doing some interior decorating. You could be doing, even the song Wants to Gear Up, and it sounds all like spacey now and starry. And she's covered in stars. All right, yes, I feel like you guys are going to do it. I feel like you're going to come out the cut. Maybe you're going to say, okay, here's me, social media. But 9 of Cups, whatever it is you've been hoping, wishing for, wanting, self-esteem is high, self-love is high, and that is the energy that makes this one of the wishing cards of tarot, okay? So I feel like that's just going to go amazing. You could indulge a little bit, splurge a little bit this week. You're going to have a hard time telling yourself no. And you're going to see... I don't know, it's like you start seeing sunshine and rainbows again after, like, literally after a long time of feeling like everything's just been very murky, blah, stagnant, no fresh air. Just, this is some happy energy. It's kind of like the blending of Pisces and Leo in this reading. All right, the second week here, November starting Sunday the 8th, we have the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So there's definitely a lot of indulgence that you'll be doing. You could be getting a lot of sweets. This energy here, the Jupiter energy, is continuing and bringing in some Sagittarius vibes. There could be some significant connections here. Let me see. Yes, with Libras, Scorpios, and Leos once again, okay? Libras, Scorpios, and Leos happening the second week of November, and also Sagittarius. There could be a little following out. Oh no, you can unfollow someone. I was trying to say a falling out with the Sagittarius, and I was saying a following out. You said, I'm gonna head out. Unfollow, okay? So there could be something going on with someone who is either, they could be a Pisces or have strong Jupiter in their chart. Again, we also have Libra, Scorpio, and Leo. So there could be some, well, I'm not gonna follow you. Okay, I'll follow you back. Never mind, I'm not a friend. Wait, you blocked me over there? Y'all just, there's some little silliness going on, okay? For those of you who've already been in a state of blocking and you've been stubborn, I'm seeing the signs of Scorpio here and Aquarius again. You might decide, should I let them out the cold? Should I thaw them out a little bit? I don't know that you will go for it. You're going to debate on it for a little bit. Maybe a couple weeks later, okay? But you're going to go and think about it. Maybe you'll make your profile a little bit more public than it was, but not go ahead and refriend them. Y'all just on some messy social stuff. But your sacral chakra, your libido is going to be like, oh my God, get me someone now. If you've been trying to have a diet or something, I feel like the first 2 weeks of November are going to be difficult for you because you're not telling yourself no. You're doing, if you want sexy time, you want it now. If you want indulgence, you want it now. Spending, okay, all of that. So that by the time you get to the third week of November, beginning with Sunday the 15th, you're going to be like, oh shoot, let me calculate this. let me calculate the finances. I forgot about that part. We have Capricorn energy trying to balance business and pleasure. You still want to have a good time, and to be honest, you're just in the mood for people who completely match your energy, completely mirror your energy. Just know that what you put out is exactly what you're going to get back when you're interacting with others. Yeah, I feel like you're just a little bit more focused on your coin because you're like, shoot, I've been overindulging. I still want to keep balance with it, but let me refocus, okay? Let me not be too generous. If you do have your own business, I feel like you could be overly generous the first few weeks of November. Maybe you're giving a lot of free stuff to people, or you're just not having people pay stuff on time, and then you're like, shoot, now I'm caught up once you hit the third week of November. So just keep balance. I feel like a little bit, yeah, you can do that. Be charitable, have fun. Some of you could be donating to LGBT causes, or doing some kind of like a celebration or something for them in the community. But yes, I feel like by the third week it's gonna be like, okay, never mind, there's a lot of planets still in Capricorn. Let me get myself together and make sure that I have some coins still being invested in the things it should be, like bills and food, my health, okay, going back into my business, not just leaving it, etc. All right, some options, but also some serious choices and needing to focus more when it comes to real world decisions, okay? Could be multiple jobs too. Some of you could pick up a second job. Going into the fourth week of November, we have here, starting Sunday, November 22nd, the Hermit. So yes, you do, it's kind of like you do end up kind of burning yourself out a little bit in November so far. This looks good because you are going to say, you know what, I recognize the signs. Let me get some me time. Let me just rest, okay? I need some breathing space. I need to reconnect. It can be difficult for you guys to shift from Scorpio season into Sagittarius season, whereas group 3 was like, hell yeah, Sag season. You guys are more in the Scorpio Pisces energy, so you could feel like, oh no, I'm not done being like creepy into myself. I just had a little moment of like fiery, now I want to go back into like my hole. So you guys might be taking breaks from social media. You could decide to go back to school. You could decide to continue on a path. It looked like her feet were bloody there for a second. So you could decide to go back to a path of education that you already did and finish it out. Like finish out your degree, or finish, learning how to build that website, or get Microsoft Excel, or whatever it is, so that you can get a higher wage, or so that you can maybe even become, fully teach something yourself and be certified. Something about certification for you guys, okay? Some of you also might decide it's time for you to get back on the road in a a pilgrimage kind of way. Like you just, you've been knocked out 2020 and you've been needing to go back to your sacred site, okay? You need to go back to your people. You need to go back home. You need to go back to grandma's house, whatever it is. But it could be a particular, it could be one of our sacred sites in nature, something that's important to our people, to your people, and you just feel like, man, I need to go. Like, I haven't been this whole time. I haven't been able to get there. Like, my spirit doesn't feel right. Like, this isn't okay. I need to get to the ocean, or I need to get to, whatever that place is. I need to get back to where we're doing ceremony or something of that nature. So you could decide to, in a low-key way, and maybe in a way that takes a little longer than usual, you might decide not to fly or something. Maybe you'll go and take a transportation on foot. Maybe you'll be doing like the super buses or mega buses or whatever, or something, because it is a little bit more kind of arduous in the longer way. But yeah, some of you are definitely going to decide, let's go ahead and travel this out, so I can get away from being isolated and reconnect. Okay, but some of you will be pulling away that have been overstimulated and saying, I need my own space and time for a bit, and I think that I want to go back to studying something or teaching something that I had on hold for a while. All right, the last week of November, it will just be starting the November 29th on Sunday here, 2 days of November, then it goes into December already, y'all. We have the Page of Cups reverse. So I think whoever this is, we had Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Leo going on, so a little bit of Libra up here. I feel like whoever this is, or Sag, that you're ignoring, it could be the water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I feel like they might try to reconnect to you and you're going to ignore them, or you're going to try to reconnect and they're going to ignore you. All right. And it's just like, why? Like, why are we not, they might try to do a like buy or something, or show up on a live feed on something else or whatever. Like, oh shoot, I forgot we're still on each other's YouTubes or whatever, right? Let me just, oh, well, hey, glad you're doing well. And you might decide to be cold. So if this is actually a healthy person, and if the stuff we talked about before is why you're afraid to get close to this person, you might think about at least giving them a heads up or giving some information as to why you behave perhaps in a way outside of yourself, or why, if you were the one who blocked, why that happened. Okay. If it's toxic, I say ghost them. That's what I believe. Like, if someone's toxic, you don't have to sit there and have an abusive, toxic conversation explaining to them while they gaslight you why you're cutting them off. No, we don't have to do that. But I feel like in this case, I think it's been, like we said earlier, kind of like this missed timing in our growth cycles, and it's kind of gone back and forth. You've each kind of seemingly shaded the other one at different times, and you didn't really mean to, but you're just like, your growth cycles are different. Then one of you starts dating someone, then the other one starts dating someone, and it's just been like, really, there's been times that, yes, you guys probably were butting heads and being, beside yourselves on purpose and need to get yourselves together. But I feel like overall, it feels to me like it's this person from this soul connection. Okay. And I feel like, yeah, playfulness, there's so much other energy that we can go for than having this. And believe me, I understand too. Believe me, I'll just, the door, block, right? But sometimes it's because you're like, is this person going to show that they actually care? Like, are they going to, if not, like, it makes no sense for me to have them in my life, like, at all, whatsoever. So I feel like if you're the one who hasn't shown this person, like, in a real way, not just hanging around, ghost watching them all the time, okay, but in a real way, if you haven't been honest and just let this person know where you're coming from, who you are, what's been going on, you might want to actually try to do more than just like their posts if you're the one who's trying to do it, because they might be like, really? Like, you're still not actually going to talk to me, you're just gonna like something random or like something on my friends or something. Like, come on. All right, yes. Yes, while I was reading this card, Baby Magic just had woke up and was asking for help, and she just needed to be cuddled. And I feel like for those of you who this has been a healthy connection with this person, a lot of you it's fire water connection, some of you it's earth fire, water, but even water earth. I feel like that it's just time to be understanding with each other, but also try to connect now. Like, if you've put a lot on you, just knowing that you guys, we can take each other for granted because we feel like we'll always know each other, we'll always reconnect, we'll always find a way to understand each other, especially with modern technology, you know, and I feel like it's time to just have that real heart to heart, at least touch base, and if more personal growth time is needed to allow it. It just feels like so formidable to try to connect to a soulmate, whereas dating someone who is a more casual, not in a negative way, but a more casual connection, it's like that's easier to do, right? Life partners aren't always bigger soulmates or greater soulmate, right? So I feel like that's why it's like, you know, it might be time to forgive things, put things under the water under the bridge, and either just realize that you're ready to connect now, or if you are already, you're like, well, we're old, okay, this has been going on, might just have to say, okay, let's just have the love and the relationship dynamic that we can have, because at this point, you know, and for the foreseeable future, we're just not syncing up with our own healing. But our healing and our love for each other can understand that our personal healing is worth more than clashing in an unhealed dynamic, okay? And I think your guys' spirits know that, and that's why you do tend to isolate from each other, okay? And for some of you, this is a sibling connection or a friend connection, a mentor connection. It's not even a romantic one, okay? But I do think it's important to have some kind of answer or return with this person, especially if you, again, were the one who weren't quite being honest and like putting a lot of effort into being fully present in this connection, and therefore this person pulled away because they're like, okay, I don't know if you're ever going to, you know, be upfront. If you're the one who has done a lot of the effort, if you reevaluate and see if there's something that you need to forgive yourself and the other person for, like, well, yeah, maybe I was giving ultimatums and not being understanding and just trying to rush their healing process and rush their grief process and not understand them, then you might want to circle back around and communicate with them. If you feel like, no, you know, I've really done as much understanding and empathy as is necessary, and we just have not been able to move forward, it is okay to also, you know, move on from this connection. And I do feel like that some of you will do that because you're like, no, we have truly had all the talks, and we have, like, I understand it, we have love for each other, but it is just time to move away from this connection so our love doesn't sour, and because, like, I am just on a different path and I just have different goals of what I want and need right now than that person does, and we're just not quite syncing up, okay? And you might decide to go ahead and seek a different soulmate. For some of you, this wasn't your greatest soulmate that is here for you on this plane, and you will seek a greater soulmate. If again, I feel like that's if you're the one who has put in more of the effort already and it's just not come to anything, okay? If you're the one who's been waiting for the the healing process more from the person, and there hasn't been as much in-depth kind of hand-to-hand conversations and all involvement and stuff, I feel like you know, there is more that we need from this partner, but there is more also that we need from you, and trying to establish and make an honest connection and communication is really what needs to be done, versus aimless kind of drifting. And even more than, like, you don't really want to do too much extra spiritual work on this connection, because you guys are already very, very sensitive, very, very spiritually connected, and very easily overwhelmed because you have such intricate psychological, you know, very deep shamanic levels of healing that you're both doing in your personal lives that are behind the scenes. So I don't feel like you guys need to be throwing magic on each other, or, you know, so because sometimes people give that kind of advice, well, just put some magic, you know, and things. I don't feel like that's the best for your connection right now. I feel like it is that open-hearted kind of stuff, right? That's a little harder to do, but yeah. So try to, you know, just look at that from a few different angles. I know you guys will make the best choice for yourselves when it comes to this whole thing about, are we going to message or not message, block or not block, okay? But that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I hope you guys have a wonderful November. Go ahead and let me know the parts that connected for you. It is a general read, so there probably won't be every single detail that connects for every single person, but yes, go ahead and let us know what resonated for you, and we will talk to you again on another one. Bye.